one of the great patriarchs. So what is patriarchs? Okay, what is a patriarch? The word is derived from the Greek again, patriarch, whatever, meaning chief or father of a family. What family? They say that they descend from Abraham, the Arabs, which is correct. They do descend from Abraham. They are Hebrew Ishmaelites. And Esau, the so-called Caucasian people, they are Hebrew Edomites. And then we, the slave descendants and the Native Americans, North, South, Middle America, Canada, and the Latinos, which are Native Americans also, but they kind of mix with Edomites. They mix with, the so-called Afro-Negro tribes. And of course, they mix with the Indianos and stuff like that. Right, so they are them too. They are Israelites too on their father's side. Because you have a lot of these South American people. This is what they doing there in South America. Wait, Brazilian women. Demand for American sperm is skyrocketing in Brazil. Sperm buyers in Brazil, which is more than 50% black or mixed race, Native Americans also and stuff like that. Sorry, natives. Yeah, when I say Native Americans, I don't mean only North America. I mean the whole continent, both continents, North, Middle, and South America. Right, have an overwhelming preference for Edomite blue-eyed donors. So you have a lot of children over there that are actually Edomites because they import their children their sperm from Europe and of course America. Why are Brazilians choosing Caucasian men with blue eyes? Because the females, they see the power, they see the money, they see the benefits for having a light-skinned child for their skin. Females are by nature traitors. That's why you have this this document called Why Women Destroy Nations. Wait. Right. I'm going to put this link in the description box so you can check it out for yourself. And if you can see, in the time of Japan War, you had all these females that betrayal. It starts here. You had in the time of this is with the Nazis, the Dutch, the Belgian, and the French females. They was actually having sex and having Nazi boyfriends and stuff like that. And then sleeping with the enemy. That is what the French women was doing. That is what they started the baby boom. So all of them got pregnant during the time of this guy Vicky, whatever, right? And then you had when it fell, they got scorned in public. Wait, sorry, sorry. Drink. Right, they got scorned in public. Yeah, sorry about that. They got scorned in public, and then they sprayed the Nazi sign upon their forehead. Here, the forehead, they shaved their heads and stuff like that. And you know who was also doing it? The Japanese females. But it's here. The Japanese females in the time of war, they was doing it also massively. That's why you see Asian females, they flock onto Edomites. Why? Because they see that power. They husbands, they the men of their nation, they got their ass whooped. And then therefore the females, the Japanese woman who married the enemy, you know what I'm saying? That's what they did. No blame or responsibility. They don't take that. Because what they want to do is they want to have a good life, you know? Shit, I just passed over that picture. Shit, again. This is what they was doing. But you know what? Check this video out for yourself if you have the time. I'm going to put the link in the description box so you can check it out for yourself. Let me finish up this video before it gets too long. Now already, okay, let me see. What did I cover already here? Right. Genesis chapter 16, the rest of verse 1. And she had an handmaid, an Egyptian, whose name was Hagar. So, if these people that call themselves the Arabs, right? They call themselves Egyptians, right? Then therefore they would say that they do not come from Abraham, because the funny thing is Abraham, before Ishmael was even born, right? Because the mother of Ishmael is Hagar, which was an Egyptian woman, yes. Which was a Hamite, yes, a dark-skinned Hamite woman, probably very, very, very beautiful. You know what I'm saying? Probably very dark and very beautiful. She was so dark that Ishmael is his son. was named dark-skinned man. But like I said, in the time of Greek, this is a Greek baby. He might as well be Edomite. But anyway, but you have to understand, if all those females, let's say the Greek babies, they raped all these females, right? And then of course some of them are daughters. And then when the Greek Empire fell, then you had the Arabs come back again into power and then taking those females as their wives, because there was no protection on that time. They would just take you and make you pregnant, and then that's what's up. And then therefore the children would be lighter, but the children would be Ishmaelites. You see what I'm saying? You know, it switches genealogy again. If you let's say let me see, if I make a child with, let me see, Edomite. I'm just giving you an example, or a Moabite, whatever. And I have sons, and I have daughters, but my daughters went and had children with Ishmaelites or Chinese people or whatever. Those children, the bloodline is broken over there. The bloodline is not mine anymore; it's theirs. So now those children, let's say they move to another country, those children don't belong like those children that my daughter will get, those children don't belong to my bloodline, and then therefore it is theirs. Well, that's the same thing that happened in the time of the Greeks. When the Greek Empire fell, you had the Ishmaelites come back and then started taking those females, but the sons, that bloodline will stay forever as long as they keep making sons. So some of them Arabs are Edomites too. Just like how you have in the midst of Israel until this day, you have Canaanites, which is mentioned in the book of Zechariah chapter 14 verse 21. Yea, every pot, we are those pots, in Jerusalem, because we're a tree, we're planted. In Jerusalem and in Judah shall be holiness unto Yahweh, the Lord of hosts, and all they that sacrifice shall come and take of them, and seethe therein. And in that day there shall be no more the Canaanite in the house of the Lord of hosts. So there are Canaanites until this day amongst us. And the Lord said, once he sets us up in our own land again, once we have that power, we worship the true King, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, then the Heavenly Father is going to do away with all the tear babies in the midst of us. The tears, the Canaanites, the tear babies are the children of Esau in the midst of us and stuff like that, right? And of course the other nations, they also made children with the females of our nation. Those children are going to be taken out of the, in the midst, from among us, from out the midst of us, right? But let me read on. Now I'm going to, let me see. You can read this you can read the rest of this if you have the time. But the point is, Abraham's wife was an Egyptian. So how can you call yourself coming from Abraham while Abraham had an Egyptian wife? So that means that the Egyptians were already there. They already existed before Abraham, right? Because the Egyptian empire was greater. Look in the time of Joseph. The Egyptian empire was the ruler of the planet Earth, man. And they was big people too. Just like their brothers, the Canaanites, right? In the land of Canaan, which is the land of Israel. Right. Those people were big too. Going on. Now, let me see here. Verse 11. Genesis 16:11. And the angel of the Lord said unto her, behold, thou art with child, and shalt bear a son, and shall call his name Ishmael. So Ishmael came after that the Egyptians were already established. So that's just another cut for these Arabs. Because the Lord had heard thy affliction, and he shall be a wild man. There is no person on the planet Earth that loves to blow themselves up more just for their God's sake, and also just to win the enemy. Now you have kamikaze and stuff like that, but how far did that go? Huh? What's the last time you heard about a kamikaze attacker? You don't hear that shit no more, man. You won't hear that shit no more. Look at the Japanese people back then. This is the Japanese men now. Do you think that this motherfucker would do a kamikaze on himself, just trying to fuck somebody else up? Man, he'll make his belly button hit the table before he does a kamikaze attack. He'll make his belly button hit the table for Esau. He already looked like a girl. What are you talking about, man? Japanese men used to be like this. They're men. These were the kamikaze motherfuckers. They would kill themselves just to save their families or family members or have honor and stuff like that. But look at them now. Do you think that they would do that? Come on, man. You got to be kidding me. You got to be kidding me. Who does the kamikaze attack? The real kamikaze. Those wild men, those Arabs, which the Lord said that they will be a great nation also. You know, and they are a great nation. Look at them. I mean, like the riches of Arab princes and stuff like that. Riches of them, like houses, mansions. No, you can't see it. Mansions. Shit. I didn't type it good. Okay, cool. Right. Yeah. These are great people, man. Look at the things that they're building. Look at the power that they have. You know, the money is power, by the way. The glory that they have. Saudi Arabian prince in Los Angeles. This is his house. 40 million. This is nothing. These rappers can't even buy this, man. And to have a 40 million, you need to have double of this amount in order to maintain this house. So you need to have triple, actually. You know, you need to have about 120 million in order for you to actually, you know, basically have this house, because you're going to have to maintain it clean. You have to hire people. It's nothing for them. They're trillionaires. These Arabs are trillionaires. Okay? They have that oil money. Every nation on this planet Earth needs oil. And the Arabs got it. They're sitting on it. That's how the Lord made them also a great nation. But loose on side from that, these Edomites, they couldn't win the war with them neither. You would think that these guys have like a bunch of sticks and a bunch of weak guns and stuff like that. Oh boy, they are determined. Determined. That takes you far. Sometimes I'm gonna give you the last example. Sometimes you see a guy that is not as really as handsome as the so-called next man, but he has one of the most beautiful women on the in the neighborhood. You'd be like, what? Huh? How did that happen? He's determined. He's determined. I don't care what you say. He is determined. So that shows you that it's not always looks all the time that gets the girl. You know, be determined. You're gonna get her. Believe me. But don't scare her too, because sometimes you might come over as like, hey, you scare her like, hey, shit, he's here all the time. All the time he's here. You know what I'm saying? Just subtle. Just sneak, just manipulate her. You can manipulate chicks, man. See how the serpent got Eve. All you need to do is be smooth with it, like a smooth criminal. And you are a criminal, but just be smooth with it. Anyway, they're determined. Esau couldn't really beat them up. That's why he had to make him sell out. And they will, because these people are wild. But anyway, going on. Genesis chapter 17, verse 19. And the power said, Sarah thy wife shall bear thee a son indeed, because she was barren, and thou shalt call his name Isaac. This is the second son of Abraham, which is our forefather, the Negroes, Latinos, and Indianos. And I will establish my covenant with him for an everlasting covenant with his seed after him. And as for Ishmael, I have heard thee. Behold, I have blessed him, and I will make him fruitful, and I will multiply him exceedingly. 12 princes shall he beget, and I will make him a great nation. But my covenant will I establish with Isaac, which Sarah shall bear unto thee at this set time in the next year. So this is the promise. And she was 90 years old, because she said here, 24. And Abraham was 90 years old and 99 years old when he was circumcised in the and this was 13 years old. Yeah, this is the son that he got with Hagar. Wait, I think I already put it somewhere else. Genesis 17, 16. This is 17. Where is it? I think it was 19 then, where it says that she's 90 years old and she was 90. Wait, it says it right there. Here, oh shit. Genesis 17, verse 17. Then Abraham fell upon his face and laughed and said in his heart, shall a child be born unto him that is 100 years old, right? And Sarah, that is 90 years old, bear? She was after her menopause, which is about 60 years old. So, and before that, when she used to get her period, she was barren even then. So it didn't work that good. It didn't function. But the Heavenly Father opened up the womb and she birthed a child after the manner of women, because it says right here, if I'm correct, after the manner of women. Let me see. After the, yeah, here, verse 11. Now Abraham and Sarah were old and well stricken in age, and it stopped to be with Sarah after the mannerisms of women. And what are the mannerisms of women? The manner of women are after 60 years, you don't get no period anymore. Therefore, you don't have no eggs no more. Therefore, nothing can come in the womb because there is no egg. There's no egg. There's no empty egg. There needs to be an empty egg for it to be filled up with the seed of man. Therefore, women give birth. They don't give life because life comes from the man. But the Heavenly Father made her to be fruitful. So she was the child of promise according to the book of Romans chapter 9, Galatians chapter 6, and also here, because it says that she is the birth of the promise, which I just read. This is the promise. Here, this is the promise. And yeah, you can read the rest for yourself if you have the time. So let me jump over to here. Right, so when it says Egypt, it actually says Mizraim. So these people, they call themselves, actually, what if this guy is calling himself a Mizraim? These mammals, they are calling themselves Mizraim. But you have to understand, they are Shemites. Well, he might be Edomite, that guy. This demon, might be Edomite. Because he's a Greek, might be Edomite. But if he's not an Edomite, then he's an Ishmaelite. And he is not a Hamite. These are the people, the real Egyptians. They are now in the land of Sudan. I'm gonna give you an example because it says here that let me get that here. Sorry, where is it again? Isaiah 45. Isaiah 45. Where is it? I clicked it away. Probably clicked it away. Isaiah 45, right? Now it says here that Isaiah 45 and 14. Thus saith Yahweh, the labor of Egypt, Mizraim, and the merchandise of Ethiopia. Now those are Cush. Wait, let me see here. Isaiah 45 and 15. 45 and 15. No, 14, sorry. Ethiopia, which are Cushites. Here. Kawash, which is Cush. Kawash. So it literally says here, the labor of Mizraim, and the merchandise of Cush, and of the Sabians, which is here, which is in Kabaya. The people of Seba, which are Hamites, by the way, Ethiops. They are Ethiops also, because they burned face. A man, Seba, country sprung from Cush. Here, you see. So what are they? They're Hamites. They're sorry, I was looking at it here, sorry. They're Hamites because they are also from one of the other tribes of Cush. Right. So let me read it again. Seba, which is a man, right? And of a country, sorry, not the end. Of a country and a nation sprung from Cush, which according to the Josephus seemed to have from the province of Ethiopia flourishing in merchandise and wealth. So these people are Hamites, all three of them. Just like how you have, let me see, here, Elijah the Tishbite, Elijah the Tishbite. Where is the nation of Tishbite? Where is the tribe of Tishbite? There are no tribes of Tishbite. He was named after, let me see here, just like the same thing with the Sabians. That's the same thing. That's the point I'm trying to get. Elijah. That's the point I'm trying to make. Elijah the Tishbite. Tishbite. Okay, cool cat. Captivity. Site unknown, but maybe the town of Tishbe, right? So you have other Israelites that were named a certain name. Be like, hey, why is he called that? That's because they named them after a certain region or a certain thing that happened to him. Then they called him after that, and then his people would then be the Tishbites, for example, or yeah, stuff like that. And that's the same thing that happened here with the Sabians, because they also come from Cush. But Mizraim does not come from Cush. He's just a different brother, and their descendants. Cush and their descendants. Canaan and their descendants, and Put and their descendants, and stuff like that. And they got names just like how we got names with Elijah the Tishbite, for example. There's no tribe of Tishbites. Those are just what was Elijah again? I forgot which tribe Elijah was from. Ephraim. Elijah. He was from Ephraim, if I'm correct. Yeah, he was from the northern tribes. Yeah, which tribe was Elijah from? He was from Gilead. Wasn't shit. Okay, I'm not gonna. I forgot. If I'm correct, it was from Ephraim, or it was not Benjamin, of course, because that's the southern tribe. Anyway, let me go to another thing now. Right, so he was from there, and Ethiops mean burnt face. Well, I already showed it. It means burnt face in the Greek. Ethiopia was the land of black people, or land of people with burned faces, charred faces. You can say it because it says right here what is charred. I just read that, by the way, the other time. Charred definition: burned and blackened. So that's not their race. They're not Ethiopians. Just like how we are not black people, by the way, because burned people. We have a name. Our name is the Israelites, and they have a name also, which is Cushites, not Ethiopians. And the Egyptians have a name also, Mizraim, not Egypt. That's just the cave monkey calling them that. Just like how they called Ethiopia, but it's not a name. It's actually a word. Like, hey, what's up, burnt face? Hey, it's a bunch of burnt people over there, man. You see what I'm saying? So now, what would you call them? If I was to say it in the English, I would call them, hey, Bernie, or Blackie or whatever. Hey, Bernie, come over here. So now everybody would name them Bernies. Those are the Burns. Those are the Bernie people, That's what the word Ethiopia is, and the word Egypt also. What is Egypt also again? Spirit of Path. Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah. Anyway, going on. It's Mizraim, by the way. That's their name. But that's what I wanted to show you. Wait, because it says here that the Mizraim were tall people, the Cushites were tall people, the Sabians were tall people, and I'm gonna show you right here that is the truth. Check this out. Right, for example, now I just went to number 3. And okay, so now you have these people over there.
Some of the darkest people on the continent of Africa.
Some of the darkest people on the continent of Africa.
The average man in Senegal has a height of 1.78 meters, while the average woman measures about 1.70 meters, making it the third African country.
Okay, now check this out. Now this is Somalia, which are the Ethiopians.
Number 2, Somalia, average height 1.80 meters. Comica exceeds the 18 million people, percent of its meters, average height.
Yeah, but they don't have real good pictures actually. But the tallest of them are the people in South Sudan, which are the real Egyptians, Mizraim. But I had a better. Sorry, wait. The tallest humans on the planet. Wait, let me. Right, I found actually the video that I wanted. I'm gonna put the link in the description box, of course, so you can check it out for yourself if you have the time. And then, of course, these are the Mizraim. You know, these are very big people, by the way, man. These are very tall people. And here you can have these. You can see this female over here, and then these guys over here, which are most. This is young. I don't know if they're still children. I have no idea. It looks like it. I don't know. But then you have, of course, people of so-called normal height. But then you should. I don't want you to get the idea like, wait a minute, it's just them, right? Because in the book of 1 Samuel, chapter 9, verse 2, and he had a son whose name was Saul, a choice young man, and a goodly. And there was not among the children of Israel a goodlier person than he. For his shoulders, from his shoulders and upward, he was higher than any of the people. So Saul was the tallest man in Israel. Very big. He was very, very, very big compared to the Israelites. The rest of the Israelites. That's about a couple of, well, a couple of hundred million, not 100 million, sorry, a couple of million people. You know, he was the tallest of them. So does that mean that all Israelites were tall? No. Just like the same thing here. Not all Ethiopians are tall, but there are a lot of them are tall. Very tall.
At the top 6 tallest African tribes. Welcome and remember
And by the way, Ethiopia and Somalia and Eritrea, those are Cushites. Because if you talk to them, of course I talk to them, ask them, hey, you're a Cush, right? Your ancestors is Cush. He would say, yeah. But what do they call them? Somalians. You see what I'm or Ethiopians or Eritrea. But you also have to understand, according to the book of Isaiah chapter 11, verse 11, you have Israelites in the midst of them. So and a lot of Eritrea people, when you see them, they actually look like Suriname people. I'm not playing. I look at them sometimes and be like, but I kind of know because they have this brown skin of theirs. They most of the time they're brown, so I can kind of off of that know that they're not our people. But sometimes I actually do make mistakes. I'll be like, hey, you from Suriname, right? No, I'm from Eritrea. I'm like, what? Hey, shit, you look like somebody in my family, man. That's how they look. They actually look like us, man. I'm not playing. And those are the so-called Ethiopians. They really look like us, man. I'm not playing with you, man. I'm telling the truth. Eritrea people, they look like us. But then they really look like us, man. I'm dead serious with that.
To like this video and subscribe to Afrocentrists Films.
But anyway, okay, you have here the Somalians, stuff like that. They're very tall too.
The Somalis are an East Cushitic ethnic group native to the Horn of Africa who share a common ancestry, culture, and history.
Which is Kush. But anyway, you have the Anuk. Until this day, they call themselves Anuk people. They're very tall too, and their women are very tall too.
Group in Africa, with the average male height being 5 feet 10 inches. Individuals have been recorded from this tribe with towering heights of above 7 feet.
7 feet, the women are tall. You have the Tutsis, which are even taller, which is the people that I just...
4.
These
Tutsi.
people. And they look like Ethiopians too sometimes, but you have a lot of dark ones of them. They look like They kind of look like each other often, but these people look like Somalians sometimes. Right?
Also, the newer people are
Anyway, so you have the Maasai people.
The Maasai diet.
Also tall, but these are the tallest, the ones of Sudan. They're very, very, very tall.
Bol to the tallest of
Even their women are. But they're tall and skinny. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, these are the people that the Lord is that spoke of them. They used to be bigger, by the way. These are the big females that I showed you on the hieroglyphs and stuff like that in the pictures that I showed you. Now going back to where is it again? Deuteronomy chapter 9. Verse 2. A people great and tall, the children of the Anakims, whom thou knowest, whom thou knowest, and of whom thou hast heard, saying, who can stand before the children of Anak? You can't fight them. Nobody could fight them until we did, and then we beat them up. But anyway, so these are the Hamites. I'm going to put the link in the description box. These are the Hamites, which are, let me see, I would say Cush, and I don't know if this is Cush, but I do know that they're Hamites, and these are the Egyptians, man. These are the biggest ones of them all. But of course, you had Canaanites that was also big. I would think the Messiah Canaanites, because look, these people don't drink blood. Like these people drink blood and cow milk and make cows piss on their head. They do this. Well, wait. Sorry. No. These are not the cow pisser, head pissers and stuff like that. Cow piss on African head. Go ahead, die. Wait. No. Those are not the Tutsis. Oh, sorry. Wait. No. I made a mistake. I don't know them 100%. You know, I read up on them a little bit, but these are not the Maasai people. These are other tribes these are Canaanites too, man. They're fucking Canaanites, man. They let these cow piss on their hair, and then their hair turn yellow, like that. It's literally cow piss. It's literally piss yellow. You know, that's what they do. This is what they do. That's what they do. These are Canaanites. But yeah, these are more sophisticated than that. And the Messiah also a little bit more sophisticated, but they do drink blood and cow milk and stuff like that. Raw, filthy shit. You know, I think they Canaanites too, man. Get out of here, man. Whatever. But I don't know if they make their hair piss yellow. I'm not sure about that. But yeah, these are the Hamites. So, let me finish it up quick. As I'm saying the whole time, quick. Right, Egypt, you have Niho. Oh yeah, the Japanese people. So, do you think that the Japanese people call themselves Japanese? No. Esau named them because they call themselves Niho, or in the English form, Nippon. Right? But Niho is what they call themselves. Niho Mina, something like that. Niho Mina. What do we call Japan in Japanese? Nippon or Niho. While in the English it is called Japan. So it's the same thing with Egypt. It's Mizraim. And if these Ishmaelites say that they come from Abraham and Ishmael, how can you then therefore be from Mizraim? Mizraim is then Ham, which is Cush, Mizraim, Put, and Canaan, which is another Hamitic tribe. Or forefather, I should say, actually, which made tribes. You know? Just like how Jacob made 12 tribes, that's the same way that they also made tribes. You know? Each one of them. Right. Let me see here. No, I already read that. The promised land, right? Because the land of